What up, y'all? My name is OchoThaSire, and I just jumped out the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard.
I do a lot of things, got a lot of ways to stay on my element. The little think she's spraying, but in real life, she's here.
All right, so we got the one and only OchoThaSire jumping off the porch with us today. Welcome, man.
What's going on?
I'm feeling good, man. How about yourself today?
Feeling good, just trying to wake up and shit. I'm all right.
We got you out here pretty early today, huh?
Yeah.
No, for sure, man. No, I appreciate you pulling up on us, though, regardless, man.
For sure.
Yeah, man. You want to shout out your people sitting behind you today, too,
Shout
man?
out my boy, Picasso, Mark, Petro, Zaire, cameraman behind there. You feel me?
Yes, sir. Man.
I'm the
Pulled
guys,
up to
man.
support you, man. That's for sure.
Shout out my whole team, everybody behind the scenes. Y'all know who y'all are, for sure.
Definitely, man. Definitely, man. So, the year, winded up, man. You're wrapping up here. How would you describe how, 2024 went for you so far, man?
A lot of change. Just been a crazy year. A lot of ups and downs, but overall, a great year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Learned a lot this year, for sure.
What would you say was one of the biggest things you learned about, during this year then?
What I really wanted to do. I had got to a point where I was just in school, just doing what I was doing in school with aviation, but I really wanted to do something besides that, and I feel like this was it. So it's something that was the biggest thing I learned about myself this year is I really wanted to do this.
So did you say this is your first year really taking the shit serious then, being all in?
I dropped my first song this year, around February.
Oh shit, okay.
Yeah, so we're off to a good start.
How you liking this shit so far then, man?
I'm learning, so I can't really enjoy it. But once I know everything, or once I get a full grasp of it, I really know. But right now I'm just learning, so I'm enjoying the learning process.
I was gonna say, you gotta enjoy every part of the journey, man.
Yeah, I'm definitely enjoying the learning process for sure.
Yeah, okay. So you were born in Richmond, Virginia, right? Mm-hmm. And how old were you at the time when you moved down here to Atlanta then?
I'll say about 13.
Okay.
I had moved from Virginia to Georgia, sixth going on 7th grade.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was that an easy transition for you at the time, or would you rather be in Virginia, or?
It was fun. I liked it down here. It was way better than where I was at. I was in Petersburg and Richmond, Chester, that area.
Okay.
But when I first came down here, I moved to Marietta, so I'm right next to the city and seeing this new life, new kids wearing new stuff that I ain't never seen before. People funny. It was fun. I enjoyed it for sure.
So you adapted pretty quickly then, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. And what were you into as a kid? What were some of your hobbies and everything, man?
I skate. I used to skate a lot as
For
a
real?
kid. Yeah.
Okay.
I still actively skate now, but I kind of cooled off on it. But I used to skate a lot as a kid, and I played a little bit of football, but I was mainly skating. So,
Really?
Yeah.
What's the skate culture like here for people that's not tapped into it?
It's crazy because you'll see somebody that you don't even think skate, go to the skate park and do the crazy shit.
For real?
Yeah, it'd be just folks you'll see over the counter or something, somebody you see at CVS, somebody random, some dude you see at CVS, he goes to the skate park and now he jumping down 12 stairs and shit. It's just, it's insane, bro, I'm not gonna lie. And then you'll never know who it is. That's the best thing about it.
Yeah.
It's a real culture out here because I went to the Go Skate Day this year and it was pretty dope. Everybody popped out.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't hear about too many rappers that be skating, man, or maybe they be doing it and not telling us, that's from Atlanta.
There's plenty of rappers that skate,
Yeah.
but they, Lil Wayne skate.
Yeah, I meant from Atlanta, I should say, man.
Playboy Cardi used to skate.
Yeah.
So it's not like a flex, but it's something I do.
Yeah. So you still got a love for it, though. You say you still be out there, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I got the time.
Yeah. And you was also playing football. I hear you was pretty nice with this shit too, man.
Yeah. Basically from 7th grade to my sophomore year in college, I was playing football. In high school, I was top 10 in my city. I didn't really have the rivals, the stars and all that, but because of COVID, but I ended up going to SIU.
Okay. That's a pretty good program too, right?
They're pretty good, pretty decent. I was there for about 2 years and I ended up transferring to West Georgia, and I was there for about another year, and it was pretty cool. I ain't really want to do it no more though.
Why so? Were you just kind of just over the shit? Did you just fall out of love with it, or?
fell out of love with it, and then I also felt like I was being finessed. But
What you mean by that?
like, this is before all the I was in college before the NIL deals and all the money and all that stuff. So I'm thinking about it like I'm doing all this for the school, doing all this to like represent the school, and these folks making like thousands and millions of dollars, and I'm not even seeing a little percentage of that. You know what I'm saying? It's just how I think of it. Like it's really a finesse. Like boom, your education probably like 95,000. They done made that like 6 times in 4 years. You feel me? You being
They make that in one game, you know?
they make that at a game damn near. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, it's just like nah.
Yeah.
I'd rather do something that I know I got control in.
Yeah. And why did you transfer down here to University of West Georgia then? Was it just to be closer to, probably your family and everyone that was down
just
here?
to be close to my family.
Yeah.
For sure. It was just to be close to my family. Really, that's the biggest thing. That was the biggest reason. I hated Illinois.
For real?
Yeah, it was terrible.
What city is that in?
Carbondale.
I don't even know where the fuck that is.
Yeah, it's 5 hours south of Chicago.
God damn. So probably not too much to do there except for the campus then, huh?
They ain't even have a Waffle House. Let me put it to you like that. The nearest Waffle House is an hour away.
God damn.
Yeah.
So you was over that shit, huh?
Yeah, nah, I had to get up out of there for sure.
Yeah. Did you think about, since you were probably 3 years in, did you think about just finishing out the the 4 years and kind of get your degree and everything, or were you just kind of done with it?
I kind of felt like I got 3 years paid off. I can pay for 1 year of school. You feel me?
Okay.
So that's what I'm still doing now. I'm still in school. I got 1 more year to graduate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm currently in school for aviation management.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm in Middle Georgia now though. I moved from West to Middle.
Okay. And what can you do with that degree? Is that like you actually flying shit or? What?
Nah, it's more like flight security. Like
Okay.
You can control like the traffic of planes and stuff like that. It's more like stuff like in that field.
I'm sure that shit pay good.
Aviation's a big field.
Yeah, I was gonna
it's
say,
not
yeah.
just flying planes and refilling the gas tank.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a lot of stuff you can do.
I'm sure there's a good bag in that shit too, man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Gotta get a demand.
Absolutely, man. Yeah. So when would you say you jumped off the porch? How old were you at the time, man?
21.
Okay. Boy, said he fresh off this shit.
Yeah, 21. Yeah, that's what I can say. I jumped off the porch, 21.
Okay.
Early this year.
Okay. What would you say were like some of the major trials and tribulations you had to overcome in your life so far, man?
The change in what I'm used to. I was kind of programmed to be a football player, so I would feel a certain type of way a certain type of the year. And now that I'm not doing nothing, well, not necessarily doing nothing, but I wasn't like working as hard. It kind of like put me through like I was beating up on myself because it was just like I'm not working out every day. I'm not up at 6 in the morning. It's like I don't got to do that no more. And I had to like kind of trick myself out of that. Like,
Really?
I don't got to do that no more.
Do you miss that shit or?
I miss the working out.
Yeah.
I genuinely enjoy working out, but like everything else that came with it, like, nah.
Yeah, because it's like when you're playing football, especially in college, like that shit's your life, man. There's
Yeah.
probably not too much else you could do.
No, it's not. You miss a lot of time with your family. You sacrifice a lot for it, for sure.
Yeah.
And I wasn't at the time. I didn't mind the sacrifice, but it started taking a toll on me when I realized that I wasn't getting nothing out of it. I didn't feel like I was progressing. So I was just like, fuck that shit.
Yeah, real shit. Especially when you think about it, like you're risking your health and everything, man, just with this shit too, man.
Yeah, I don't really think of it like that, because shit, we all play sports some way, somehow. Like, even if it's like backyard basketball, you still risking your health doing that. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't really think of the injury, because that's just what comes with playing sports, period. But like I said, I was just thinking of it more like I wasn't going nowhere with it. And I had to put my whole life into it, and I'm not getting nothing out of it.
Yeah.
Besides a degree, which I can get on my own without one.
Yeah,
without
exactly.
playing football.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that, man. So you mentioned dropping your first song this year. Have you been rapping like prior to that, or?
So I first decided to actually try rapping for my first fall camp of my freshman year in college.
Okay.
I was just after camp, me and my homie, we would go rap and freestyle, and like he was telling me like, bro, you really good at it. So I started doing it around more of my teammates. They was like, oh, you fine. So I just kept. Basically, I was never told that I was bad at music. So I just kept doing it because people tell me like, oh, you good at it, you good at it, you good at it. And then after a while, I was like, you know what? Let me try to drop a song, see what people think. Dropped it, showed a lot of people. A lot of people liked it. Nobody really said it was bad. It was just a lot of people liked it. So I just kept going, kept doing it. I decided to drop an EP. Everybody liked the EP. Keep doing it, keep doing it. This is like, I never, like, nobody's ever been like, bro, this shit ass. Or like, bro, like, this shit really not good. Or like, this could be better. Nah, it's always just been like, bro, this shit fire. Keep doing this shit. Or that line, what you said was funny as hell, do that. So I just kept doing it.
Yes, I'm sure that was super motivating to you too.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, it's just like, I would go up to random people and just be like, hey, listen to my song right quick. Tell me what you think. Oh, this good? Oh, yeah, it's good. I just felt like that was a sign. Like, nobody, I've never, like anybody I ask, I can ask him right now, show him a song. He'll be like, that's fire.
Yeah.
So, just keep doing it.
And you got like a unique sound from what I've been hearing too, man. It's not like your typical Atlanta sound, or you really can't pinpoint like someone that you're trying to sound like either too.
Yeah, and that's really my biggest thing. Like, if I feel like I try hard at doing that the most, sounding as unique as possible, because I don't want to sound like anybody or take anybody's flow or do anything that somebody else did. Like, I want it to be a completely me, Ocho. You know that's Ocho when you hear me.
Yeah. How'd you get the nickname Ocho? Was that some shit since football type, or?
Yeah, it kind of got something to do with football, but it's a little life too. So, basically the equation is my grandpa died at 71. My dad died at 35. You add both of those numbers up, it's 106. You divide it by 2, it's 53. 5 plus 3 is Ocho. So that's why I just came up with Ocho.
That's it.
Because that was my football number as well, 53. So
Okay.
that's kind of where it came from.
Yeah. And what about the sire part?
I feel like I'm a good leader, and I know with being the Lord, it's not necessarily like you Jesus, but people respect you a little differently than the average man when you're a sire. So that's where that kind of came from.
I got you, man. Yeah. Who were some of your favorite rappers, either growing up or like even earlier this year, like when you kind of first started really dropping some shit, man?
It changes like every 2 weeks. I'm not gonna lie.
For real?
Yeah, but
So right now, who you rocking with?
right now, who I'm rocking with, I would say Huncho. He just dropped the album. That was crazy. I would say Playboy Cardi, but he don't drop. So for him, I'm gonna probably say Jace. I've been on Jace heavy.
Okay.
I'm just giving you 5. So when I say Ocho, Jace, I listen to Laser Them too. People really fry me for listening to Laser Them, but
Wow, Laser dope, man.
a lot of people don't like Laser. Like, and from where around me, I'm not gonna say that. Around me, a lot of people don't like him, but I listen to him very hard.
Yeah. He's another artist that like his sound is so unique. Like no,
Yeah.
he ain't trying to sound like no one else sound like him.
no
man.
way. And his cadence is crazy. But I've been listening to Laser, and then I also been listening to Casa and Mari a lot too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you dropped that first song. What was that first song called?
My first song, I really don't know. that was the name of
Oh, that was the name of it. Okay.
Yeah, I really don't know. That was really the name.
I thought you were saying you really didn't know the name of the
That's
song.
the name. I was like, I really don't know. Or I don't know, something like that.
And did you shoot a video for that one, or did you just like put it on SoundCloud? Did you put it on YouTube? Or
I just so I had a buddy tell me that to use DistroKid, like to just like drop all your music on. So when I heard about DistroKid, I just used that, and it was dropped on all the like major DSPs. So
Okay.
Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was the first video that you shot and put
The
out?
first video I shot was to a song called Life Snatch that I dropped with 5 plus 3 equals Ocho, which was my first EP.
Okay.
I had shot that with DJ Flip and his team. I had bought one of his little like package deals and did a couple songs on with him. I had ended up getting like 18 hours of studio time with him in LA, and I was just working.
That's
And
it.
So I ended up shooting 2 videos. One of them I'm gonna drop real soon, and Life Snatch was actually the first one. So,
Okay.
yeah.
And talk about the feedback for that one when you dropped that the first video, then.
I didn't really get no feedback. I think when I dropped it, people didn't even know because I like, you know, that was like my first album, my first EP. So, you know, my fan base wasn't really as big as it is now. So
Yeah.
I didn't really get no feedback, but I started getting some feedback when I was working with Zaire for my second video, which is Bubbly. And I knew I was on the right path then. So it was about like, from Life Snatch to Bubbly was about like a month of difference. So.
Oh shit, okay.
Yeah.
And how'd you lock in with Zaire?
My mom.
Your mom, really?
Yeah, my mom had did like this crazy photo shoot, and I didn't know him at the time, but he had, you know, she saw me work and I liked it, and she locked me in with him because she knew that I needed a cameraman. She knew I needed somebody to film with, and she was always recommend like, hey, I need you to work with Zaire. I need you to work with Zaire, and she kind of spoke into existence.
That's it.
Yeah. So.
And what's that chemistry like? Do you come up with ideas for your videos? Does he do? Do you kind of brainstorm together or what?
I let him take the lead because he sees something that I don't. Like even in myself, like he sees something in me that I really don't quite see yet. So I kind of let him lead the way. He's a good leader, so I let him take the way. And if it's something that I want to necessarily add, I'll do my research on it before talking to him about it because it's just like I can't describe it. I have to like tell him what exactly that I want. So. Yeah, but his eye's pretty good, so we on the same page.
I got you. Yeah. And what's your creative process like when you're recording? Do you write? Do you punch in? Do both or what?
Both, but it all depends on like what I'm trying to achieve. If I'm in, the longer the studio session, the more songs I want to do. So what I might do is like, if I'm writing a song, I might get a shorter session because I know I'm focusing on that one song. But if I'm trying to get some work done and like get 3, 4, 6 songs done, you know what I'm saying? I get longer sessions. And the longer the sessions are, the more I like punch in.
Okay.
The shorter they are, the more I write.
Yeah. And do you prefer to have like a lot of people in the studio with you, or do you prefer to record by yourself?
I actually don't. Most I need is about 4 people, if that. I don't really need a lot of people, but I don't mind it though. You know what I'm saying? If it's like, if that's the situation, I'm not really tripping. But my personal preference is really myself, probably one other person.
Probably easier to focus that way, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And when do you feel like you make your best music then? It's like when you're in a good mood, or you just went through some bullshit, or you know, you pissed off at the world, or it really don't matter to you?
Anytime I get in front of the mic, and really, that's be so sporadic. It's like it's not in a set schedule or when I get on the microphone. I could get on the microphone before I get here, after, whenever I have time to get on the microphone. Because when I get on the mic, it's not like I ain't gonna say it's not like I'm trying, but it's like I'm having fun. I'm having fun. That's the biggest thing. I have fun when I'm recording. So that's the work process. I have fun.
I got
If it's not fun, I don't feel it. And I like music that I can feel. So,
okay. So your latest project is Tha Sire, man. Talk about putting this one together, man.
It was just basically a bunch of songs that I've been stacking up for a year.
Okay.
And I decided to just drop them all because I wanted to just reload. I wanted to try to find something different, grow from that. So I wanted the people to hear at least what I've been working on for the year.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it looked like people was fucking with it too, man.
Yeah, it's kind of growing. At first, it was kind of slow, but now people like got their eyes on it. It's growing. It's going up.
Yeah.
Still got way more work to do on it though. Like, I'm just gonna be dropping videos next year off that album. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah.
Because what I done learned is like, with albums, at least for me right now, is that like, you can drop all them songs and like people won't know that you dropped them unless you drop like a piece of content with them. Mm-hmm. So as long as I keep dropping content on every song that's on there, and I believe that all 17 songs on there is hard, I'm gonna be straight. Just keep growing from that. And then I'm also dropping an EP on Christmas too.
Okay.
So it's gonna be a bunch of Tha Sire and this EP, all gonna push like the first half of next year, and then probably in the summer I'm gonna drop something else.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's like people want to see this shit these days, man. So it's like if you're not dropping a video, people may not check that shit out, man.
Yeah. People really gotta see it and believe it. You can be the hardest person ever, but if people can't see nothing, people won't believe it.
Yeah. And it's always easier to market and promo a music video than just the audio with the cover type shit too, man.
It's way easier to do it with the video, for sure.
Yeah, and I see you be running a lot of promo on some of these promo pages on IG and everything too, man.
Yeah, I feel like I ain't even done yet. I had slowed down on it because we've been doing a lot of videos, but I want to get on a lot more pages than what I'm on right now.
Yeah. No, I feel like that shit's so important. It just gets you out to so many different people, different eyes and everything.
It's a lot of different eyes. That's really all it is, just people seeing it.
Yeah.
And then once they keep seeing it, it's just like, oh, like they gonna catch on eventually.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes it takes people to see something 2-3 times before they'll actually go ahead and lock in and watch the whole video, you know? So I think that's smart, man. Just keep pushing that shit, man. Yeah. You just dropped the video for You're Not Gangsta, man. Talk about that song in that video too, man.
At that time, that song, I made that song about like a year ago. Like kind of an old, it's like, that's like one of the first songs where I felt like I started to like find my sound. And at that time, I was just saying how I was feeling. And that's how I felt at the time. But the video process turned that song into something I couldn't even see myself, which is why I always, like I was saying, was out here, I just trust his eye, because I didn't even see that song being the way that it was. And I didn't really show a lot of people that song because I was kind of like iffy about the song. Like, I don't know if I like it, I don't know if I do. But I ended up dropping it anyway because it honestly don't matter what you like, it's what the people like. So,
Oh, absolutely, man.
yeah, so I ended up dropping it anyway, and he came up with a great visual for it. It worked out pretty smooth. Yeah, he definitely transformed that video into something I couldn't even imagine. So that's how I really feel about it.
No, real shit.
Yeah.
Bubbly, that was the first video you guys worked on. Talk about that song too, man.
I was drunk in the studio. I ain't gonna lie.
What was you on? Just champagne or what?
Nah, I don't drink champagne. Only tequila and dark. But I was on the tequila. I was on the Espolon, and that was like a warm up song when I was in the studio, but it ended up being like really hard. I like that beat. The beat was crazy, and I like how it sounds because it sounds like it's filling up a room. So that song was pretty cool. It came out like one of those songs like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it, and it came out great. So as far as the video, that was me and Zaire's first video, and we didn't really know each other, but we had like a kind of somewhat of a common understanding of like what this video gonna look like. And he, whipped out the drone, we shot it out there and all that. It was a pretty cool video, it was pretty dope. Yeah.
Was that a song that you had picked out to shoot the video for, or did you send him a bunch of songs to pick, or?
I never really pick out just one individual song. What I do is I'll send him a bunch of songs. Okay. Send about 3 or 4 and let him pick like what he think is the best one. And he chose Bubbly, so I just ran with Bubbly.
Okay. Yeah. You got any other videos shot, or which ones do you plan to shoot off the project next?
I got a bunch of videos shot. Like I done shot like 5-6 videos in this last like 2-3 weeks. So.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. I got a lot of videos and I got a lot more videos coming, but also got music on the way too. So. Yeah.
Okay. Who's some of the producers you work with on this project, or that you've been working with lately?
So fun fact, I just got locked. I ain't gonna say I locked in with Hood Rich, but I just texted Hood Rich. Not that long ago about like me using his beats, and that's somebody that like, that's somebody that I've like, even back in the college days, I was using his beats to just freestyle on. So I had just hit him up, not that long ago. He responded, he said he fucked with the song, but I'm trying to lock in with him. I was one of the producers. Everybody else, just gonna keep it a stack. It's just off a bunch of YouTube beats. But,
okay. Man, there'd be some fire on YouTube.
I'm about to say, yeah. Once when I used to be on YouTube, I used to be on YouTube for like hours looking for beats. Like I wouldn't be just on there for like a couple minutes. I'd really just be sitting, smoking, just clicking different beats, like for about 2-3 hours until I found about like 5 or 6 that I liked, and then I ran with them. But I also make a lot of my beats as well.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've kind of been getting more into making beats because I've just learned to just start making my own. And I've been making beats since like since I first moved to Georgia. My neighbor was an engineer. I forgot his name though. My neighbor was an engineer, and he like taught me what a PC looked like, how to use FL and all that. And I used to be on YouTube looking at Busy Works beats all the time and just learn how to make beats from there. So I had like a prior knowledge to making beats, but I just never took it seriously because I was playing football. I never really had time to do it. But now that I'm rapping and I'm got the time to do it, I just been getting more in my bag with it.
Okay.
But now, for right now, I'm just collaborating with like other engineers to just make beats. But yeah, that's like my whole process with making my own. Is like, if I can't figure out something, I'll just hit somebody up I know, like an engineer, and we'll go lock in and do it.
Yeah. It's like you can be in control of your entire sound and everything too, man. If you actually making your own beats and everything too, man.
Yeah, it feels different when you make the beat and rap it than when you just get it from YouTube as well.
Yeah.
Feel more accomplished with it.
Yeah. So what's this new music sounding like that you've been cooking up lately, man?
It's a little bit of everything. It's not just like one particular sound. I'm just trying to reach eyes. My thing is just like reaching the people, but I don't want to reach the people with just one sound. I want to do everything. So when that time comes, it's not like I can just collaborate with just a certain group of people. I can collaborate with anybody. I can go make a rock song, I can go make a country song, I can go make anything I need to, no matter what it is. So that's my goal, just to come with something different. I ain't got no rock and country on this EP coming up.
Okay.
But it may come soon.
Okay.
So, yeah.
You got a title picked out for the EP?
Yeah, so the EP is just called Turning the Page 2. Turning the Page was my second EP that I dropped this year before the album. And it has some pretty dope songs on there. So I just felt like Turning the Page 2 matched, the songs I got now match like that Turning the Page aesthetic, which is why I just called it Turning the Page 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any other artists you've been working with, feature-wise?
My biggest artist I worked with was Hurricane Wisdom.
Okay.
I just locked in with him like a few days ago. But yeah, that's probably the biggest artist. And he also is my first placement too. So my first beat placement.
Oh, for real? He rapped on some shit?
Yeah, I had made my own beat for him too, and my boy Mari hopped on it. And then me and him got a feature.
Oh, that's dope, man.
Yeah, from the first beat that we did came from a 15-year-old producer named KP. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. It's Vengeance. Yeah, that's his little brother. Yeah, Vengeance. I'm sorry. I know him by his real name, but yeah, his producer name is Vengeance, and that's his little brother.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So it's crazy because like I was stressing out like making this beat. It took like 3 days to make the beat because I wanted to make sure that it was right. And right before we go pull up, Vintage sent me a 5-pack of beats, and I just used the first beat that was on there. It was like hard. It's kind of crazy like how timing worked.
Yeah.
Because I was like, man, I was tripping out because I was like, man, I got to make this beat, and I hope he fuck with it. Hope it ain't ass. I fuck with it. I'm like, you know what? Let's just run with it. Let's just go down there with it. And on the way down there, I got another beat, and he liked that one too. So we just hopped on it.
Oh, that's super dope. Can't wait to hear that shit, man.
Yeah, I can't wait for y'all to hear it too. It's hard.
You said the EP is dropping this December?
Christmas.
On Christmas Day?
On Christmas Day.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got any videos, like you plan to roll one out that day too?
Probably roll like 2 out.
No shit.
Yeah, like,
Boy, ain't playing.
Yeah, I might roll 1 or 2 out and then roll another one out like the 3rd or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got them like hotcakes, man. For sure.
Yeah. Going back to features, is there any artists that you really want to work with in the future, man?
There's a few artists, but the biggest one I would say is probably like Ocho.
Okay.
But there's a lot of people that's coming up now that like I like. So I don't really necessarily just say it's one person. It's a lot of people that I don't mind working with. So it's whatever. But I ain't really necessarily like reaching out to them. It's just like if they want to collaborate, if they hit me up, it's whatever. You know?
Have it be some organic shit.
Yeah. I definitely don't do like the sending beats, sending verses over. Nah, I need you in the studio with me, making the song, we vibing out, it's gonna be a better song anyway.
Oh,
like
absolutely. I feel like that's the best way to collaborate, man.
Yeah,
is to
for
be
sure.
in the studio together.
At least gotta talk to the person. You feel me? I don't like it just being like a send me a verse, I do it. Nah, fuck that. Fuck all that for sure.
I feel that, man. What's some goals you got set for your music career, whether it's short term or long term, man?
My main goal is to grow. So I'm doing that right now. I'm just gonna keep doing it. I don't really know, to be honest, I don't know how big this is gonna go, but I'm gonna keep doing it because I know it's gonna go somewhere.
Yeah.
So my main objective is to just keep growing and keep doing what I'm doing. I feel like we're doing a good job at it right now.
No, absolutely, man. For your first year, doing pretty good, man. So what's some plans you got for 2025 then?
Dropping more music and going around the country and just helping people. You feel me? Not just like promoting my music, but also helping people in the cities I'm promoting my music in.
Yeah.
So that was a big goal of mine, just to go to like any random place. You know what I'm saying? Do my research on where my audience is and just go to different places and help people, for sure.
Yeah.
That's my goal.
What's some advice you would share to some new artists trying to get their foot in the door right now?
Do what you feel and drop that shit as soon as possible. Like, don't hold your music because you feel like you don't fuck with it. Even if you don't fuck with it, drop it, because you are one of 7 billion people, and it doesn't really honestly matter what you think if 100,000 people like it. You know what I'm saying? So do what you feel in the booth. Prepare how you prepare, whether it's drinking, drugs, whatever you do, and rock out when you get in that motherfucker. Whether you are a country artist, no matter what type of art you do it based on how you feel. You know, based on how you feel, for sure.
Yeah, no, that's wise words right there, man, for sure. Go ahead and plug your social media so everyone know where to follow you at too, man.
On Instagram, really on all social medias, it's at OchoThaSire. It's spelled OchoThaSire. You can find me on all platforms with that name. Yeah.
Okay. You got any shout outs you want to give before you wrap it up here?
Man, shout out my team. Shout out everybody behind me, everybody that's behind the scenes, everybody about, you know, the people that help me shop, all that. Shout out my whole team. I don't got a name for the team yet, but we working on it for sure. Shout out my team, bro. I got a lot of people behind me that really want to see me grow, and that's like a blessing within itself. So shout out my team, shout out all these boys that helped me. Shout out my mama, shout out my girlfriend, shout out my family, shout out their family. Family, just everybody. Everybody that's want to see me grow. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the people looking at my music, exploring it, going on my page, looking at what I do, taking an interest in it. Shout out to my fans. Shout out to everybody that's want to see me win. Shout out to God too. I should have said that first, but shout out to him as well. Shout out to all the producers that want to help me. Shout out to everybody. Everybody that want to see me grow. Everybody that's helping me win.
I do a lot of things, got a lot of ways to stay on my element. The little bitch think she's spraying, but in real life, she's a hero. Full of my diamonds.